Hi beautiful, welcome back to my channel. For today's video, I wanted to do a get ready with me because today at around 12:45 we are going to do a flat viewing, so I thought I'd just do a get ready. And this is going to be a full face of Cruelty makeup products that are found in the drugstore. So without further ado, let's hop right into the video. I've already moisturized my face and I've applied sunscreen. That's why my face is a little bit white than usual. So for primer today, I am going to use the e.l.f. Putty Primer, and this is what it looks like. I've used this a couple of times but don't really use this a lot because I've been using the Maybelline stick primer, which is not cruelty free, but that one's a lot easier to apply than this one, and I don't have to dig my fingers into the jar. But this one is great for blurring the pores, and I've already applied my eyebrows, and for that I use the Max brow pencil, which is again a cruelty free brand. For foundation today, I have this Australis Fresh and Flawless foundation. I honestly love this foundation. It's cruelty free and it's vegan friendly, and this one has got SPF 15. At first I did a review on this foundation. I did not like it because one, I applied it with my fingers, and two, I got the wrong shade. So now I have the shade Golden Beige, which is a perfect match for me. I feel like this is going to be a tad bit light for me because I did get a little bit of a tan, but the coverage of this foundation is great. It covers all my redness and imperfections. And I'm using the Wet n Wild Beauty Sponge, which is honestly one of the best sponge I have tried from the drugstore. This is only $8 New Zealand, and it's so bouncy, it's so soft. So as you can see, the foundation immediately covered majority of my redness. I find that I have to go over it a few times to really cover the spots that I have, but for the most part it's doing pretty alright. So I'm going to quickly apply a little bit more on this side. This side is always the problematic side. It's so fun to see a lot of new products coming into New Zealand. Now I recently found that IMCO or MCO Beauty is now sold at the warehouse, so I picked up a few of their products from their Just Peachy collection. Now obviously it's going to be an old collection by the time it reaches New Zealand, which is always the case whenever we get new products. It's a very affordable brand, and I am using the eyeshadow palette today for the second time because I really love the colors. For concealer, I am going to use this Revolution Conceal and Define Concealer, and this is the supersized version, and this one is in the shade 8.5. It does a great job in concealing my dark circles as well as highlighting my entire face. So I like to put that on the areas I want to conceal and highlight. The concealer instantly brightened my face, so what I'm going to do is to apply a little bit on my nose, on my chin area and forehead, just to balance it out, because I feel like my under eye is too light and then the rest of my face is looking quite dark. I like to apply a little bit of this on the jaw area as well, just to highlight. My skin was doing so good 2 days ago, and I have no idea what I ate but broke out once again. Story of my life. To set my eyes, I'm going to use this Revolution Luxury Powder in the shade Banana, and I am going to mix that in with a little bit of a translucent powder. I'm going to pat a little bit of that on my under eye. And then I am going to use a brush to spread the product because I don't want to bake my under eye. And then pop some of that on the rest of my face. I don't like to powder a lot because I find that the foundation is already quite matte, and if I try to pile on more powder, I will look cakey. So for bronzer today, I'm going to use this butter bronzer from Physicians Formula, which I have been loving. It's a nice bronzer for everyday, and I find that I could really go ham and use the bronzer and it doesn't look cakey or anything like that. Best part is it smells good. And I am using a vegan brush from MCO Beauty, which I'm actually enjoying because of the size and also the shape and the handle and the bristle. I purchased the brush set, but this is the only brush and the blending brush that I like from the whole brush collection. For blush, I am going to use the same brush and I'm going to apply the Milani Berry Amore blush. This is such a nice blush. It has a good sheen to it. It's not over the top. Again, I will stipple that. And I like to apply my blush on the high points of my cheek. It lifts my face a little bit, and I'm just gonna drag a little bit of that over here. For highlighter today, I am going to use the Wet n Wild Precious Petals highlighter, and my packaging has already broken, but I really like this highlighter. It's a nice rose gold highlighter, and I've used this a ton before, but since I have been purchasing quite a few of a new highlighter, I kind of forgot about this. But then I went back, and as expected, the highlighter came through. Now moving on to the eyes, I'm so excited for this one. Again, I am going to dip into this Just Peachy palette from MCO Beauty, and I am going to pick up a all over brush. Maybe I'll use this brush right here, and I am going to pick up this shade just to quickly put that all over my eye area. It has a little bit of peach tint to it, but because my eyes is already quite dark and has a lot of pigmentation, you can't really tell. But if you are very fair, this could work as a transition shade. And I'm going to use the brush right here, which is honestly a good brush, and I'm going to pick up this shade right here and use that as my transition. Oh no, I still have leftover pigment from the previous eye look that I used, so I'm just gonna work with it as well. But that's the brown shade right there. It's so... I'm going to switch to a different brush, and I'm going to pick up the darker brown, which is this one right here. Pop that on the outer V. And I'm going to go back to that brush beforehand, and I'm going to pick up this brown right here once again and pop that all over the lower lash line. So now I am going to pick up a fluffier brush, pick up this shade right here, which is a little bit more peachy, and use that to blend all the edges. So now for the shimmery part, I honestly don't know which one I'm going to use. I might have to use this shade right here. Yeah, I'll use that shade. So I'm going to pick up the shadow with my finger. I am honestly speechless, and I'm going to pick it up with a brush just to have that sharp edge right here. And then I'm going to pick up that dark brown to blend, and just pop that on the lower lash line, mainly on the outer V. For the inner corner highlight, I will grab this shade right here, which is more golden. For lips today, I've already tried this as well, and this is the MCO lip gloss in the shade Sweet Peach. Honestly, I just like the shade. I hate the applicator, I hate the scent, but the way it makes my lips look and feel is so amazing. And it doesn't feel heavy on the lips. It's like the perfect lip gloss formula. So yeah, here is my final makeup look. And honestly, I'm so obsessed with this eyeshadow palette. I'm glad that I've managed to pick it up. Butter bronzer is a new favorite. I did a first impression on Physicians Formula products as well as the e.l.f. Putty Primer. This is average. I don't really like it that much. The foundation I'm obsessed with, and it lasts throughout the day. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please make sure to subscribe to my channel for more updates, and I will catch you on the next one. Bye!